Today we're talking about the Cathay World Elite Mastercard from Neo Financial. If you ever fly to Asia, you're going to want to know about this card. So in this video, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about the Cathay World Elite, and after watching this, I guarantee you'll know exactly whether this card belongs in your wallet or not. And by the way, I'm Jordan, and between this YouTube channel and my website, I've helped hundreds of thousands of Canadians save hundreds of millions of dollars just by using credit cards. So let's get into it, starting with the welcome bonus. With the Cathay World Elite, you get a tiered welcome bonus of up to 60,000 Asia miles. And here's exactly how it works. You earn 35,000 Asia miles just for getting approved, and then another 25,000 Asia miles after you spend $5,000 in the first 3 months. So I value Asia miles at 2 cents per mile, which means that the 60,000 mile welcome bonus is worth around $1,200. Now, a one-way economy flight from Toronto to Hong Kong costs around 38,000 Asia miles, which means you'd use just over half of your bonus, leaving you with 22,000 miles still in your account. But even better, if you're flying from Vancouver, then the same route typically costs just 27,000 miles, so you'd use 27,000 out of a total of 60,000, which is less than half of your bonus. And that means that you'd still have 33,000 miles left, and you could fly back to Vancouver and still have miles to spare. But here's the thing, you're paying the $180 annual fee up front right from day one. Now, some travel cards offer a first-year fee waiver to help ease you in, but that's not the case here. So when you're looking at the value of this 60,000 mile welcome bonus, you have to subtract that $180 cost. And so that brings the net bonus value down from around $1,200 to about $1,000, which is still a very good return, but definitely something to factor into your decision. But now let's talk about earn rates, because this is where things get interesting and also a little complicated. You earn 4 Asia miles per dollar on Cathay Pacific flights, which is actually one of the highest airline-specific multipliers that you'll find anywhere in Canada. And that's genuinely strong if you're booking Cathay flights regularly. You also earn 5 times the miles at thousands of Neo partner retailers worldwide, 2 times the miles on foreign spending, and 1 times the miles on everything else. Now, these earn rates certainly aren't bad, but when you compare them to other cards on the market, they're also not the most competitive. But now let's dig into the travel perks. The Cathay card does come with some travel benefits, but you need to understand exactly what you're getting versus what you're not getting. First, you get a 15% flight discount when you book Cathay Pacific tickets with the card using this code, and that's valid through December 31st of this year. You also get priority online check-in on Cathay Pacific flights, so you can check in as early as 48 hours before departure. Plus, you also receive a complimentary Dragon Pass membership, which gives you access to a network of over 1,300 airport lounges and other airport amenities in more than 140 countries. But you want to keep in mind that individual lounge visits are not included for free, and so each lounge visit is going to cost you $32 US. So I think it's more accurate to say here that this is not free lounge access, but instead it just gives you the ability to buy lounge access at a discounted rate. But still, the card also includes free in-flight and airport Wi-Fi through Boingo, which covers flights and over 1 million hotspots worldwide, and that can be pretty useful if you are traveling frequently. But here's what's missing. Unlike many airline branded cards, the Cathay World Elite doesn't include free check bags, priority boarding, or any complimentary lounge visits. Most airline cards at this price point will give you at least some of these perks, but this one just doesn't. But one truly unique thing about this card is that it's currently Canada's only credit card that earns Cathay Pacific miles on your everyday spending. So if you're specifically trying to accumulate Asia miles for Cathay Pacific or other One World redemptions, then this is literally your only option in Canada. And as soon as you sign up, you're granted green tier status, which gives you immediate access to perks like priority online check-in, exclusive flight offers, the ability to redeem miles for extra baggage, and 24-hour fee-free ticket cancellations. No flying or additional spending is required. These benefits start right away. And beyond the travel perks, since this is a card from Neo Financial, you also get access to their well-built app, which offers 24/7 chat support, real-time spending alerts, and instant digital card issuance. They even have a secured card option for newcomers with no credit history. So on the technology and support side, it's a pretty strong offering. And the card also comes with pretty comprehensive travel insurance, covering trip cancellation, emergency medical, flight delays, baggage issues, rental car collisions, and purchase protection. Now, granted, this sort of coverage is pretty standard for premium cards, but there's no doubt that it's still valuable. But now let's talk about numbers. The annual fee is $180 with no first-year waiver, and you need a personal income of $80,000 or a household income of $150,000 to qualify. And so honestly, for me, that income threshold feels pretty high for what this card delivers, because you're looking at a relatively high barrier to entry for a card that doesn't include basic perks like free lounge visits or checked bags that other premium travel cards offer. But still, if I had to pick the 3 strongest features of this card, here's what I'd highlight. First, the 60,000 Asia miles welcome bonus. At 2 cents a mile, that's real value if you can use Asia miles effectively. Second, the 4 times earn rate on Cathay Pacific flights. If you're flying Cathay regularly, then this is one of the highest airline-specific multipliers available in Canada. And third is the exclusive access to Asia miles earned in Canada. If you specifically want to collect Asia miles for One World redemptions, then this is literally your only credit card option. But now let's move on to who the card is good for and who it's not. In my view, you're probably a good fit for this card if you fly Cathay Pacific multiple times a year, if you want to specifically earn Asia miles for One World redemptions, or if you're planning a big trip to Asia and you can take advantage of both the welcome bonus and that 15% flight discount. But if you're looking for everyday rewards, flexible points that transfer to multiple programs, or you just want the best overall value from a premium travel card, then there are better options out there. Plus, the lack of premium card perks like free lounge passes and free check bags is kind of disappointing at this price point. So here's my honest take. This card feels like it's designed for a very specific kind of user, someone who regularly flies with Cathay Pacific or its One World partners. So if that's not you, it just doesn't deliver enough value to make sense for most Canadians. The $180 annual fee with no first-year waiver is tough to swallow when you're not getting some of the more basic perks that other premium travel cards offer. The earn rates on everyday spending are just average compared to what's available elsewhere, and the lounge access isn't actually free, which feels a bit like misleading marketing. And perhaps most importantly, the card locks you in to one specific airline program. So if Cathay changes their routes, raises their award prices, or you just want to try out different airlines, then you're stuck with miles that have limited flexibility. And so at this point, you know everything there is to know about the Cathay World Elite Mastercard from Neo Financial, and depending on how you travel, you've also seen a few reasons why it may or may not be the right fit for you. Fortunately, there are a ton of other cards out there, cards that offer stronger earn rates, better welcome bonuses, and lower annual fees. So to learn which are the best credit cards in Canada and how they stack up against the Cathay World Elite, watch this video next.